Hello everybody and welcome back to more Kickstarter crap. Now before we take a look at today's piece of crap, I want to address something. In the last video I took a look at rocket skates, and some of you guys said, "That's not crap. That isn't crap. You're being a little harsh, iDubbbz. You're running out of crap to look at." Trust me, I'm not running out of crap to look at. I am choosing things that are a little bit of a challenge to call crap. Little bit of a challenge, because if I look at nothing but fucking a bunch of nerds trying to make YouTube gaming channels, it's gonna get really tired really fast. I'm pretty sure the only thing that's keeping this alive and keeping it interesting is for me to look at different products. So keep that in mind as we move forward, yeah? I think it'll help.
That's the sound of a cooler coming down off the shelf. It's the sound of imminent fun. So why haven't cooler designs changed in almost 50 years?
I don't know, maybe because there's nothing to change? It's a fucking cooler. You put drinks in it. You put ice and you put beverages in it. If you're gonna go real crazy, you might be able to put some sandwiches in there.
Boring coolers are boring, break easily, and are a pain to get to and from your destination.
I want my cooler to be boring. I want that cooler to be as boring as possible. I don't want my cooler to entertain me. I don't want to be sexually aroused by my cooler. The cooler has one job, and that's to keep things cool, and it needs nothing more.
I wanted a cooler that was really well built, yet had so much fun built into it that I would look for excuses to get outside and enjoy it. So, I created the coolest.
I already know why it's selling so well. There could be literally no extra features besides it being a cooler, and people are going to buy it because you got indie music playing in the background, you got good cinematography, and you got a hip-looking cooler. That's all you need. But they're going to eat that shit up. You could literally have a piece of shit. If it looked vintage enough and was maybe spray-painted some chrome, you could sell a piece of shit to these idiots.
The coolest is a complete redesign of what a cooler can be. First, you've got this 18-volt rechargeable blender. You don't realize the number of places you could really go for a blended cocktail or smoothie until you've got a blender built right into the lid. You're already carrying around a cooler full of ice and tasty beverages. Why not blend them up and become a summertime hero anytime, anywhere?
Why not blend shit while you're out having summer fun? I don't know, maybe because it's a chore? Maybe because I don't want to blend stuff? Maybe it's the same reason I don't want to cook a bunch of crap? Maybe it's the same reason that I don't bring, I don't know, a yoga mat? Maybe because I don't want to do fucking yoga while I'm out having fun? I just want to enjoy whatever I'm doing?
And what's a party without music? The coolest comes with a removable Bluetooth speaker that connects to any smartphone to wirelessly stream music from up to 30 feet away. It's amazing where speaker technology has come in the last few years. You can skip songs and adjust the volume right from your phone, and this little box can really put out some sound.
Great, a Bluetooth speaker, just what I needed. Oh wait, I have one of those already because they sell them individually and they don't put them all in a nice little package inside a cooler and charge, I don't know, $185 fucking dollars for it.
And since you've got that 18-volt battery for the blender, why not get the most out of it? Maybe your camera battery is low, or maybe you have an iPhone and want to use it after 2 in the afternoon. Recharge your gear wherever you are with this waterproof USB charger.
Okay, that seems like a great idea. You can charge up your cooler before you go and leave. That seems like a very intuitive idea. Hey guys, we need to go to the beach. Let's just charge up the cooler. You know, time isn't of the essence or anything. Just charge up the cooler and we'll be on our way. That way, we can make blended smoothies at the beach, get sand in our blended smoothies, and get sand in our fucking electronics. Sounds like a great idea.
The party doesn't stop just because the sun goes down, and you shouldn't have to freeze your fingers searching endlessly for your favorite drink. The coolest has waterproof LED lights embedded in the lid so you can easily find what you're looking for with the push of a button.
Well, I think the lights are a good idea. The lights I have no problem with. That seems like a smart thing. All coolers should have some shitty lights in them that probably aren't going to work that well. In fact, fuck the lights. They're not going to work well at all. Screw the lights. Don't care. Don't like them. Get rid of them.
One of the biggest hassles of outdoor fun is hauling your gear back and forth from the car, and I've experimented with various ways to solve the problem. I love coolers with wheels, but I hate that they refuse to help carry anything else. The coolest has you covered with locking tie-down bungees, so you can carry all your stuff in just one trip.
Locking tie-down bungees. Yeah. I foresee those bungees breaking in 1 to 2 trips. You know, you guys are going to see me saying this a lot in this video. The shit's just going to break. It's just going to break. And when it's done breaking, you're going to be down $185 and be like, probably shouldn't have spent that much on a cooler. Probably shouldn't have spent that much on a Swiss Army cooler.
The Coolest helps out almost like a picnic basket to make sure you always have a few key essentials with built-in storage for reusable plates, cutting boards, and this awesome rust-proof ceramic knife.
Well, he's got a point there. That is an awesome rust-proof ceramic knife, as if those haven't been on the market for 10 years plus. It's a fucking ceramic knife. You guys realize they're just bundling this shit. Yeah. Next thing we're gonna throw in is a lantern. It's like, hey, he's got a built-in lantern. Awesome. Yeah. Well, if you call in the next 10 minutes, we're gonna throw in a hoodie footy. I don't want a hoodie footy. Yeah, if you just roll out, there's a sleeping bag attached to it. You pop in the sleeping bag, good to go. Have you ever found yourself in the woods with your cooler and you just want to sleep? Well, now you got a sleeping bag. It just pulls right out. Many of you might be wondering what my solution to the cooler problem is. Well, I do recognize that there's a big problem with coolers out there, and it's just fucking people's lives over left and right. People can't go home to their husbands or wives. They can't even look at their children in the face anymore because they have to tell their children, no, we have to use this shitty cooler when we go to the beach. There's no other option. Trust me, I realize it's tantamount to smallpox and gun violence.
Regular cooler tires are flimsy and sink right into the sand. We designed the Coolest wheels to be twice as wide to roll twice as easily.
The Coolest tires are twice as big as normal cooler tires. I don't have a problem with that. They're going to glide smoothly over the sand. That is fantastic. But what's going to happen? Sand is going to go into the tires. Sand is going to go into your outlets. With a normal cooler, you don't have to worry about fucking USB outlets that sand's going to get into. You don't have to worry about, I don't know, the spinny bit that spins your blender. You don't have to worry about getting sand in that. One beach trip, guaranteed one beach trip, is going to fuck that thing with sand. It's going to sand fuck it.
How many hours of your life have you lost looking for a bottle opener? My grandpa's cooler had one, and so does the Coolest.
I'm going to give you guys a little bit of insight on the genius that it took to come up with the Coolest. We are going to do sort of an experiment where we come up with basically the same product, but, you know, we spend fucking a minute doing it. All right, we got a cooler. That is stage one. Get a cooler. All right, what do we want on the cooler? Well, we're going to throw a battery on it because why the fuck not? Then we're going to add an LED display and a thermometer so you know what temperature your shit is in the cooler. It'll also have games on it, just like the rocket skates, just to add some fucking games. It's going to be open source. Make sure you got open source coolers. So you basically have an iPad embedded into your cooler. We're gonna charge you for the cost of the iPad. No, you don't get the option to add your own iPad to it. That we are selling with it. So you play Angry Birds on your iPad on your cooler because you got kids around. They're going to want to play Angry Birds on the iPad. Why haul around an iPad when you could just strap it to a cooler? Am I right? Yeah, it sounds like a fucking marvelous idea. So you got the iPad, you got a little electric stove attached to it. Maybe have a toothpick dispenser because, you know, you're going to be eating food. Might as well take care of the teeth afterward. Maybe even have a sunscreen dispenser, you know, because everyone's hogging the sunscreen. You don't want people to hog the sunscreen, so you have a dispenser. Just go up to the cooler, good to go. So in literally 2 minutes time, I was able to come up with the exact same shit that this dude came up with. And you know what? I'm not going to make it because it's stupid. It is stupid and not needed. Though if I do want to make $5 million, I might want to reconsider. So to wrap this whole thing up, I'd like to say that you shouldn't spend your money on a $180 cooler. Instead, do a little test run with a $20 cooler and see if you even use it. If you do use it, then maybe you can make the judgment call on whether you need one that costs, I don't know, 8 times as much as a normal cooler. This is an important thing to note, though, guys. You don't need to wrap your life in technology. I know it's a great thing. I do it here. But this is sort of the bastion. This is the home front of technology, what I got going on here. This is HQ. When I leave HQ, I should leave it for greener pastures. A fucking beach with nothing but fucking ocean and shells and fish and bikini-clad babes, okay? That is what the beach is for. It's not for, let me bring my Google Glass and my fucking beer helmet and suck fucking energy drink and vape drink out of each of the straws. That is no way to live your life. Leave that shit behind. Don't figure out ways to clutter your life more than it already is. Keep in mind that this mindset can span across many, many generations and many, many genres. You can have a skateboard with a cup holder attached to it. And guaranteed people are going to justify it. They're going to say to themselves, well, have you ever had the itch? Have you ever had a little itch in your throat, a little tickle in your throat? Have you ever been thirsty when you're skateboarding? Yeah, no shit. No shit someone's been thirsty when they're skateboarding. There's no need to have a cup holder on your skateboard, though. I do realize that I went a little bit overboard in critiquing this Kickstarter project, but I did that for two very important reasons. Number one, I wanted to send a message. I wanted to send a message that not every Kickstarter project is the worst. This certainly isn't the worst. That's obvious. I've been around the block a few times. I know that this isn't the worst project, but I'm here to say that not every project is going to be Helixia or some little shit making a YouTube page, okay? The second thing that I want to talk about is a new series. Now, the new series would be in the same format as this, pretty much just talking to the camera. I might do something slightly different, like use a different lens so it at least looks a little bit different. But for the most part, it's going to be a similar format, and it's not going to replace Kickstarter crap. Kickstarter crap is going to remain the same, and it's going to remain as frequently as it's been remaining for the past couple months. I'm going to keep going hard on that. This is just in addition to. It's going to be something along the lines of iDubbbz Complains, where I complain about some shit that you guys decide I should complain about. It could be anything from something extremely mundane, like chicken, dogs, carrots, whatever, to something controversial, you know? Feminism, racism, Uganda, fucking the Gaza Strip, whatever it might be. I'll talk about it, no matter how ignorant of the facts I am. That's one very important thing to keep in mind, guys. I'm not a researcher. I'm a dipshit, okay? I don't research this shit, alright? I give you the straight dope. So in terms of iDubbbz Complains, you guys are just going to, write a comment down below, and whichever one gets the most upvotes is what I'm going to complain about. So, sort of be diligent, look in the comments ahead of time, and upvote something that you legitimately think would be interesting to hear about. In my traditional absurd way. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's been very long-winded, but I appreciate you watching. Thank you so much for watching. Remember Facebook, Twitter, and remember to tune in next time when I dig myself out of a dipshit's dingleberries. Dig myself out of a dipshit's dingleberries. A dipshit's dingleberries. I'm hanging on a dingleberry. A dingleberry of a dipshit. My life has been nothing but horror. Horror as I'm rubbed up and down against his taint. It's been an awful life I live. I've had to scrounge for all sorts of scraps. An occasional kernel of corn. I don't know what corn is, but I imagine it's very similar to corn. It's basically what digested, shitted-out corn is. Corn. Just add an R in front of the O and you're good to go. Wait. Corn. Yeah, that's right. I'm not very smart sometimes, but that's because I'm a dingleberry on a dipshit's taint, or whatever. Hopefully this sufficed in the final portion of the video. Cornholio be with you.